Don't apologize for being yourself. I know that so many people are thinking that you need to change, you need to be a better version of yourself. But in all honesty, you just need to learn the difference between fake people and real people. Some people are not worth adapting for. You know what I'm saying? I know people are going to probably be like, oh, but if you're yourself, no one's going to like you. But let me tell you something. If you are going to be this way for the rest of your life, why would you want to just adapt for the sake of someone else? Unless you are a questionable individual and you have bad habits, or maybe you're just mean, there's no need to quote unquote change. Life makes you adapt anyway. And that's one of the things I wish the younger me knew about, because life humbles us. When we go through something bad, when we go through something good, we change for good or worse. And that's what I mean by life humbling us. I didn't ask to have horrible relationships or situations. It just changed me. It just happened to me. Like I said before, a storm does not wait for permission to hit you. Back to zooming in, talking about something serious. Remember, oh no. Oh, he's right there. Oh shoot. Oh, he almost interrupted. Wait. Good thing I still remember what I wanted to say. Okay, we should be safe here for now. Okay, guys. There is nothing to lose with being honest. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be owning a business, you could be someone who is just working part time, full time, whatever you are doing with your life. There is nothing harmful with being honest. Because if you're with a friend and you want to be a good friend, you got to be honest. If you don't have honesty, that's that. If you are untruthful in your business, customers won't buy from you. People don't trust you. Trust is a major thing. So that's where you have to realize that being yourself is the best thing you can actually do. You have to accept every single part of yourself, good, bad, ugly, pretty, whatever it is. Everything makes up you. And that's another thing that I had to learn. When I was younger and I saw all of these things I didn't like about myself, I was humbled. I, I wasn't humbled back then. Back then, I was like, okay, I'm not going to associate with this. This is not me. This is not who I want to be. And now I learned that even though that's not who I am, I can admit it. There are parts of me that feel low. There are parts of me that feels a little bit like I have to compare myself and so on. Man, this bubble's annoying. You just don't lose anything by being yourself. And you don't have to risk the fear of what if they don't like me? No, if they don't like you, they don't like you. Simple as. And if they like you, it's because you are yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not losing anything. How many times have you been through a situation, or you know about a situation where people pretend to be someone they're not, someone likes them, and then they're like, oh crap, they like this version of me, not who I really am. Or tough. That's literally how it works. People forget what a friendship is. People forget what a relationship is. I'm not here for a clone. I'm not here for a robot. People forget that a friendship or a relationship is literally for a bond with someone. Of course, you have to know who I am. Of course, I have to know who you are. I don't just befriend anyone. Like sometimes I can tell if people are legit with me. Sometimes it's from you guys as well. Like I've had people reach out to me telling me that my videos have helped them. I'm so grateful. Thank you. And I just want to say that sometimes I can tell if people treat me like a human being, and sometimes people pedestalize me, which I tell you guys enough times, at least I should even more. Please don't. I'm a human being that's just trying to figure out life. Oh, I hate this so much. So, if there's a part of you you don't like, you don't just sit there and complain, I don't like myself. You do something about it, you know? Because there was a time I didn't like myself, but I still did something. And no, it was not overnight. No, I didn't wake up with a sudden urge to be like, oh, wow, I'm going to do something with my life. No. It's messy. And people need to understand that. There's no harm in being yourself. And if there is something you don't like, you have to change it. You have to tell yourself about that. You know, if you wake up late and you complain, oh, I feel lazy, I wonder why. So if you have to force yourself to wake up early or sleep early, then do it. Like I've been recently trying to implement as much as I can, and I feel so much better. During the moment, it feels like, okay, this sucks, but the aftermath is everything. Sometimes it feels great when you're on your phone scrolling, and then it's so late, and then you sleep and you're like, oh crap, I regret this. And then when you realize, okay, I'm gonna put my phone away, I'm gonna sleep early, it doesn't feel quite natural at first, but when you force it, it becomes a habit. And then you wake up feeling so much better. It's everything, honestly. So really prioritize that. Being yourself, no matter what you do in your life, be an authentic individual, be honest, and have a good means as well. Like being kind to someone is benefiting a fragment of the world. You might be thinking it's just a human being. That's a part of the 8 billion people who reside on this planet. That's still serving humanity. So that's just one of the things. Be a kind person as well. Be a good person. Be an authentic person. Have boundaries when you need to as well. Like that's a very important thing. People often get kindness mixed up and being humble mixed up with a lot of things. There is nothing wrong with being humble, but there's everything wrong with being a moron who basically lets people walk over them. So just don't do that. Give me my bling bling bling. I don't even know why I need the bling. I don't even okay, whatever. Give me my bling. There's nothing to lose while being yourself. And I don't think enough people take this information deep enough. Because at the end of the day, you are being yourself. You're not pretending to be someone you're not. And there's nothing to hide. You know, if I have dumb moments when I game and you guys see it, that's that. If I have moments I feel upset, if I have moments I feel mad, people see it. The only thing that you should be mindful of is not to project on people. And this kind of pain to deal with is not just any type, it's an enduring type. So if I listen to my friends and they feel down, then that's completely fine. But it will take a toll on me because I'm a friend and also because we're human beings. I'm not a freaking therapist. But at the same time, you just have to acknowledge this. That's why being authentic with boundaries is important. If you're always sad, you don't acknowledge how bad it is. So flip the script because that's one of the things I struggled with. When you flip the script and realize that, okay, if I'm always sad, you don't realize it. If someone was always sad around you and was always telling you depressing things, you'd be sick of it. Honestly. Imagine that's what you're projecting to others. Hope this opens some eyes. Yeah, there we go. And that's another thing. We have to flip the script because sometimes we don't see how bad things are. For us, it's like I'm venting, I'm blah, 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 but we don't see that other people are not comfortable with that. So be yourself. And even if you're someone who's not the happiest individual, once again, have boundaries because it's not about being a good or a bad friend. It's about knowing people's boundaries. Some people are completely fine with deep topics, some people ease into it, and that's completely fine. But at the same time, your topic should never be complete darkness, pitch black darkness. Please have some positive moments. Have some moments where you reflect, have some moments where you're grateful, but don't do toxic positivity either. So, yeah. That's where I'm saying be honest because I know people don't like to bottle their feelings, and no one is saying you need to bottle your feelings, but make sure that you respect people's boundaries. It's so important. The amount of people I've befriended and they were just being so depressing and not doing anything about it pissed me off. Like, do something about it. There was a time where I didn't do much about it and I was annoying, and now I realize how annoying I was. But regardless, I have compassion for people who are struggling. But you guys also need to do stuff. And I could say this a billion times, but if you guys don't do it, that's that. So whenever people try to talk about being yourself, etc., there are so many fragments to it. It's not just, okay, I'm going to be me. I'm going to speak like how I do. I'm going to act like how I do. It's you actively giving a part of yourself to someone, not in a way where it's like, okay, I'm going to sacrifice a part of myself. It's like you're sharing, you're giving access to people. And that's one of the scariest things, especially if you give access to your heart. I once read a book and one of the and one of the lines really got me. You should have something in your hand, not your heart. Because if it's in your heart, it's very, very hard to get it out. If it's in your hand, you're not going to be attached to it. So it's the same with people. You should never put anything in your heart Like, okay, there are people that you love, people who you care about. It shouldn't be so easy for them to just reach your heart. You have to be someone who is very smart. So most things should be in your hand. So if you lose it, yes, you do feel the pain because you once held it for so long, but it doesn't define you. The heart is like the nucleus. It literally controls everything. And if that gets corrupted, if that gets, hurt, the whole body is going to react. And that's when your whole mind is just going to go on a tangent. My advice to you is to just know that there is always harm when you don't be yourself, but there is no harm when you literally are honest with people. So if you're selling a business, if you're selling products, you want to be as honest as you can. I do have merch as well, by the way. But the reason why I mentioned business is because I often hear about scams nowadays. It's so common, but people earn trust of others. Now let's talk about other things. Yes, there are scenarios where people earn your trust and they betray it, but that's on them, not on you. You have to be someone who has honesty as an integral part of your life. An honest person is attractive. There could be someone who looks physically attractive, but let's say they lie all the time. That attractiveness is then gone. And I don't think enough people realize it as well. You don't need to change yourself, you don't need to do whatever. If you feel like you have to be in a better position in life for yourself, that's fine. So let's say you feel lazy and you want to work out, that's fine. But if you're someone who wants to get, I don't know, a body standard because you see it on the internet or you want to be prettier, etc., that's where we have to have some conversations. Enough of us have been falling prey to the social media gimmick where we just see the first thing and then we're like, why aren't we like this? A lot of it is filters, but do people talk about that when they're just exposed to it all the time and doom scrolling? No. If there's something that disturbs me, I'm gonna limit my access. If there's something I appreciate, I will show my appreciation. But no one is telling you to be a complete doormat and accepting everything that comes your way. There are so many routes to being yourself and generally just being a good person as well. No one's saying you have to fight to save the world, but no one asked for an a-hole either, and the world is filled with them. So yeah, you don't have anything to lose when you are you. You might be thinking, why would anyone want or appreciate someone like me, blah, blah, blah. All those self deprecating thoughts. Someone will. Someone needs you. Someone needs your incentive. Maybe your mindset. Maybe the way you speak. Someone wants that. Someone wants that realness. In a world that's fake and people are just performing, someone needs realness because they want to relate to something. And that's something that I feel like we often just neglect. I really hope that this helps anyone who is feeling some kind of identity crisis. You don't need to change. You don't have to be someone who is fixated on trying to be, the best version of yourself. We're all a work in progress, and life itself teaches you how to adapt. You don't have to do everything right now. Just be a good person, make ends meet, and just be you. Because too many of us neglect it. Don't lose yourself. We have one life, and you don't want to just be at the end and say, oh, I wish I was more like me. I wish I did more. That's when it's over. Don't let it come to that point. And that's exactly what I wanted to just say. Oh, shite. Oh, shite. Oh, shite. Shite, 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 shite. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. No, no, no. Oh my god. He was so close to eating me. Ha, screw you. But yeah, I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea with this video. Honestly, I know what it's like to just feel like you are lacking something within yourself. But I don't want anyone to feel alone with that. You don't have to change. Like I said, unless you have to, to save yourself or so you don't become a bad person. I really want people to be more open to this idea. And if people don't agree, so what? They're not you, and no one gives enough. So what you have to do is just find what works, because honesty is everything. With honesty, you can achieve so much in your life, but you don't have to feel guilt. You don't have to feel like you're lying. You don't have to feel like you have to owe someone anything. If you just be yourself and someone likes you for it, that's more than enough. And you never know who actually resonates with that. You might be thinking you're the craziest person ever. I know I do sometimes. But people like that. People might actually like the part of you that you yourself didn't like. Not saying the bad part of you necessarily. I mean, let's say that you are someone who's very vulnerable or an open book, and you might think that's bad. Some people may like that because it's the vulnerability that makes them feel heard. Anyway, I think I've ranted well enough for this video. It's always hard getting back into routine. But yeah, I think I'll see you guys in hopefully another video. Peace out.